It has been a busy period for SLIS and the Quality Development Officer. As many of you will remember, we held a National Forum consultation meeting in DVI on the 8th of June.
For instance, 2 years ago, the Irish Sign Language Act was passed, and the National Disability Inclusion Strategy
entail the need to go for additional training. It could be the need for mentorship or supervision, or adhering to it. With this register, it's not just a question of being registered once and that's it. There has to be continual
categories where people can follow continuing CPD topics. One is language and interpretation,
where we presented 3 draft papers to the public. We have been attentive to the feedback received at the forum. You can see our initial reaction in the response paper that we publicised in August. Since then, we have been working to make amendments to the 3 documents presented to attendees and made additions in such areas as assessments, mentoring, CPD, and the working of the registration panel. We have added to those papers, adding draft versions of 3 more: the registration panel membership and operation paper, the specialisation panel's procedures paper, and the skills checks procedures paper. Some of these have undergone a process of receiving legal advice, as with the first 3 papers. We are also working on drafts of several other important papers and documents. We have also continued our consultation with the deaf community and interpreters, carrying out to date 3 more open meetings with the deaf community in Cork, Limerick and Galway, where we described the plans for the register. We also held a meeting in Limerick specifically for interpreters. The feedback from these meetings was extremely positive. We have been working alongside a working group on the register, where representatives of stakeholders, including IDS, CHIME, SLIS, the CIB, Bridge, Irish Sign Language Interpreting, and others attended. This group met 3 times in the early part of 2019. Since the National Forum, we have held 2 more meetings of the working group on the register, on 31st of July and 22nd of August, where the National Forum feedback was discussed. Additional and amended sections of the register documents were also discussed and approved. We have also been working extensively with our Deaf Interpreter Working Group on how the new register will affect deaf interpreters in terms of training, CPD requirements, and much more. The 3 new documents, along with revised versions of the 3 papers presented at the National Forum, were adopted by the SLIS board on the 30th of October. While still in development, these 6 documents represent a vision of where SLIS, after the various consultation measures we have outlined, feels the register project should go. In SLIS's view, the next step is to set up a registration panel to advance the process of establishing a register. We met with CIB on the 12th of November and the papers were discussed. However, CIB felt that while much work had gone into the project so far, more information and clarification was needed from SLIS about the content before the next steps could be taken. At the moment, we are adding and clarifying detail and making amendments to the documents that we have adopted, as well as working on further documents. This is to ensure that from governance, legal, financial, and administrative perspectives, the operation of the register will be solid, clear, fair, and transparent. We are currently working with CIB to ensure this, and will update the deaf community and the ISL interpreting profession on any new developments. We are, as ever, eager for your feedback and welcome any comments on the 6 papers, which can be found on our website. Have a happy and safe Christmas.